Hi, this is MUS 227, homework number 6, the Progressive Rhythm Guitar book. We'll be doing lesson 19 today. This is one of my favorite lessons, and we'll be learning how to play a rock rhythm like this. Using only 2 strings for each chord. In popular terminology, this is known as the power chord. We're going to start off with an A, and it's known as the A5 chord, also a power chord. We start only on the open 5th string, put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we're only playing 2 strings. The best way to do this is to allow your pick to push up and rest against the 3rd string. So just practice doing it like that. When you get good at that, keep your first finger down and stretch the 3rd finger to the 4th fret. That creates what the book calls the A6 chord. So you'll be alternating between the A chord, the A5 chord, and the A6 chord. Notice that in each measure there are 8 arrows. Each arrow indicates an 8th note. So you'll be counting it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now when you get to the D chord, you do the same thing, but play the open 4th string and put your first finger on the 3rd string. So then your pick will be rubbing up and resting on the 2nd string. And then finally for the E chord, we'll be playing the open 6th string, putting the first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, kind of a big stretch, and doing that, letting the pick rest on the 4th string. The trick is learning how to hear the 12-bar blues and also counting it out. So if we turn the page to number 24, you'll see that there's 4 measures of the A chord. Now, the second 3 measures don't have any chord over it. That means just repeat the A chord for 4 measures. Here's how it would sound: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's 1 measure, and then we just go right into the next measure. And here's a little tip to make it sound better. If you put a little more emphasis on the first 8th note than the 2nd, you create what's called a shuffle rhythm, which is used for blues and jazz and rock, like this. Instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it gives a much more bluesier sound. So let's try number 24, the 12-bar blues, using what the book calls rock chords for our exercise. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here comes measure 2. Ready to switch to D. Stays on D. And back to A. Stays on A. Now only 1 measure of E. 1 measure of D. 1 measure of A. It and just end on an A chord. The variation on the next page, 24.1, gives us 2 A5 chords, but only 1 A6 chord, and then back to the A5. So it sounds like this. Putting an extra emphasis on beat number 3. 1 and 2 and 3. call this more of a rock rhythm, reminiscent of the Rolling Stones or maybe the Georgia Satellites. Instead of a pure blues rhythm. So let's try number 24.1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... If you're not used to it, it'll take you a little bit of time to get used to how it's supposed to sound and how to count out the beats. One more tip, you might want to muffle the strings with your right hand, palm of your right hand, called the palm mute, to get more of a muffled kind of rock sound. It works on acoustic guitar and electric. You don't want to muffle it too much because then nothing comes out. So it's kind of a touch-feel type deal where you just feel how it's supposed to sound without the muffle and with the muffle. A lot more thicker that way. Okay, have fun with that and send it to my email and we'll see you on the next video.